Washington, D.C. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Iraq right now. Barbara Starr, a Pentagon correspondent, saying the administration is not at least thinking of providing weapons directly to some of those Sunni tribes in the Anbar province. As you know, right now they don't give them directly. They go through the central government in Baghdad, just as they do with the Kurds up in the north. The U.S. doesn't provide weapons directly to the Kurds or the Sunnis, only to the government in Baghdad. What's your analysis? Should the U.S. be helping the Sunnis and the Kurds directly and ignore, at least in certain areas, the government of the Prime Minister right now?
Well, currently what's happening isn't working, so I say yes, they probably should do this. And again, remember, they have a good relationship. Our military and our intelligence services had relationships with that, the awakening in Anbar, the Sunni awakening, the tribal awakening.
That was a good relationship, at least in part because the CIA was providing huge sums of money to those Sunni tribal sheiks, right?
Well, it was not the same, so not all of those payments were equal,
there
sure.
There were, I don't know, billions, but at least
yes,
hundreds of millions of dollars were doled out. General Petraeus was in charge of that. They were giving away a lot of money to those tribal
money,
groups.
Equipment, they were digging wells, putting roofs on schools. All of those things helped consolidate, and it pushed out the folks who were, by the way, which was ISIS at the time, only they were an al-Qaeda affiliate at the time under a guy named Zarqawi. Same group of people, same ideology. Matter of fact, Baghdadi, the head of ISIS, worked for Zarqawi. He was in custody in one of the prisons there. When the U.S. pulled out, he escaped with 1,500 people and reconstituted under ISIS. That's, I think, is an important lineage. So the relationships with those tribal leaders in those areas is still real, but they're going to have something of consequence if they're going to rise up. And by the way, a Shia militia rolling into town, heavily equipped in Humvees, isn't going to do it. That's only going to create more problems. I think it's going to be critical if they're moving forward to start putting special capabilities troops on the ground and try to reconnect with those Sunni tribal leaders that we know helped push out al-Qaeda and extremists in the past.
All right, Mike Rogers, thanks very much for joining us. Mike Rogers, the former chairman of the House Intelligence Committee.